Good morning, everyone. I'm going to read for you today your love reading for the spring. So we're looking at the rest of March into April, maybe the beginning of May. So looking at probably about the next 10 weeks ahead. So what is going on in your romantic life? Now I'm going to read from 3 packs of cards. So the first pack is the Solioni, so the Italian Sun and Line Tarot. Then I've got the Rider-Waite, and then a few from the playing cards to sum up at the end. Right, now I'm going to split the pack into the 3 decans. Now, if you're not sure what decan you're in for the sign, I've put the descriptions below the video. So just have a look. When your birthday falls, it will tell you where you are, 1, 2 or 3. So this is Decan 1, Decan 2, Decan 3. Okay then, and if you like my reading, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. So this next reading is for the sign of Virgo for Decan 1. So I'm going to put 3 cards from anywhere along the top. Okay, that's what's on you now, where it's going to lead to. So another 3 cards. Okay, and 2 for a summary along the bottom. Okay then. So just seeing if anything's jumping out at the beginning. What I think, Virgo, is this card here is telling me that there's someone who's catching your eye, shall we say. So that is the card of 7 of Swords, waiting to ambush. So there's something that you're watching and you're assessing, and you'll go for it when the time is right. So it's kind of something that's there, what you want, and maybe you're thinking the time isn't right, or maybe you need to bring that courage up to do that. Anyway, the Justice card is bringing things all into balance. So it looks as though what's on you now is you're thinking, if I can get this under control, if I can sort it out, it can lead me to this fresh new beginning. So we've got the Fool then, which is a fresh start and a spring in your step. Feeling good about things. So I think what you've got with this, there's someone there that's catching your eye, so there is an interest, or you've got an interest in someone. But you've got to get the situation, you've got to pull it where you get a chance to sort of talk or meet up, or if you're actually doing that, of taking it sort of the next step. Now, where's that going to go to? Well, when you see the Fool card, that card gives a little bit of a warning. So it is talking about feeling nice, but the warning is to not be naive. So it's a card of being gullible. In a sense, it's a new experience, and because it's a new experience, you can get sort of taken for granted a little bit. So there is a little bit of a warning lies with that Fool card. And then the Page of Swords is on the next row as well. And the Page of Swords is kind of like, it's communicating, but it's not nice communication. So I feel as though this person who is maybe the object of your desires, I think you kind of like keep missing, the chance, or, the communication isn't going right, or you walk away and you think, what did I say that for? Something on that lines. This one there, the 10 of Pentacles, you could know this person from maybe a workplace, or, something around money or work. You've become involved, with this person. And then the 7, so the 7 of Swords there as well, which again is the 7 of Swords in the Solioni pack. So it's something that you waiting, you're waiting to trying to get it started. So in this row, you're very much trying to get it into balance and checking things out. In this row, you're making communication, but you're kind of like missing, it's not hitting where it should be, and it's like, oh, so it's a bit of frustrating as well. And you're still waiting to try and get it going in that row as well. So kind of haven't really made that much progress. When we get to the end there, so we've got the Ace of Hearts, which is a really, really nice card. Really nice card that next to the Queen of Diamonds. So the Ace of Hearts does talk about new beginnings. So it's kind of saying to you, you've got a core card, a person next to it. So a new beginning with a person is there. So that's the sum up of it. So it could be that over the spring, this person who's catching your eye, um, if you're speaking to them, it's just not quite getting off the ground or just not going in the direction that you wanted to, this conversation. But don't lose hope, because this bit here is really saying that there could be a new beginning. It is reversed as well, so maybe a little bit of a delay on this coming about. So just hold on in there and watch what happens. So this reading is for the sign of Virgo, and it's Decan 2. Okay, so any three from the Solioni for along the top, and then 3 from the riser-ways, okay, and then 2 to sum up from the playing cards at the bottom. Okay then, so Virgo Decan 2, so what strikes me, or what's kind of jumping out, so there's quite a few of the masculine cards around there. So it could be that there's a few men in your life over the springtime. I feel as though, a few could come in a few different ways. And I'm thinking that you like actually all of them. So anyway, let's have a look. So we've got one man, the Empress. So this is kind of what's on you now. And I think that this has been a man who hasn't let you down. You kind of trust this man. You've still got some respect or admiration for him. He's the Empress, so he's in a position of, maybe of power, or, a job with responsibility or something. And he's next to this Two of Swords. So that one tells me that there's been tension lately with this person. But I do think that, when I say there's tension, it could even be that this person has got a child, or there's tension from a past relationship even. But next to the Nine of Cups, so it does look as though it will blow over whatever that situation is, because that Nine of Cups is a nice card. It's more or less a wish card. It's guaranteeing you happiness in any situation, but it does kind of say, oh, it will go your way. So that's what you get and what's on you now. So there's any kind of like pressure in your relationship at the moment, and it could be from exes or past relationships, that will sort itself out. Now, where we're going from there, so we've now got the Seven of Wands coming next, and the Seven of Wands is there's something new about the plans. Now, this card is a little bit, if we imagine, the Shakespeare play Macbeth, and at the beginning you get the witches round the fire and the casting a spell. And it's this type of message with this seven, is that you're making new plans, but you're very manipulative in how you're doing it. Like you're really like leading that situation. And it seems to be that there's another person involved in this with a lover's card. Now, the funny thing about that lover's card as well is that there's always a fork in the road with the lover's card. So it does talk about romance, but each of the romance cards do have their own specific meaning and, or looking at areas of romance. And this lover one, it's kind of like when you come to a point where you've got to make a decision. Do we go that way or do we go that way? And what I think it is for you, Virgo, is it's a choice between two people. So there's one and then another one, and do we go that one or that one? So it looks like that's what you're going to be faced with over the springtime. Now the summary of it all, you've got this one, the King of Hearts. It's a really nice card, the King of Hearts. It's telling you that it's talking about someone whose feelings are genuine towards you, so that kind of a nice person, and you feel as though you can trust this person, and they're quite a romantic, or they're maybe affectionate towards you as well. And then there's this one, so we've got the Jack of Clubs coming after that, which is someone who is very helpful. So you kind of, somebody is looking as though you're faced with these two people and you're not sure what route to go down. And that's the choice that you're going to come to. But it looks that whoever you pick, there is a soft nature or a soft heart towards you. So this reading is for Virgo, Decan 3. Okay, so we've put 3 cards along the top, 3 of the Solioni, 3 from the middle, the Rider-Waite. Okay, and 2 from the playing cards at the bottom. Okay then. Right, it's not really an easy spread, this one. So straight away, I can see the sun, the cards of upset outline in this reading. So we've got the moon and the tower going on that middle row, which is upsetting cards. But I'll start from the beginning, but you can kind of see what way I think this reading is going to go for you here. Now it looks as though we start off with the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is, I think this is how things have been kind of lately. So you've been kind of like maybe sweeping things under the carpet and ignoring things. Burying your head in the sand is another saying as well. So there's been kind of underlying issues with this relationship, but maybe you've chosen to ignore them for a while. Now that's coming to the 5 of Pentacles, which is kind of like where you're feeling shut out with something as well. Like someone is not letting you in enough. And that's what they're doing. They're kind of like holding you at a distance. Or you're beginning to hold them at a distance. But I think the reason why is because we've then got the King of Swords, who is the controller. So it's almost as though the other person, that's what they're doing. They're not letting it flow naturally. They're keeping you at a distance. They're shutting you out of things. And you're also kind of like feeling as though they're just a controlling person. And it's very likely that they don't know how to handle a relationship. Maybe that they're afraid of it, but it looks as though that's what you're getting anyway. So the controlling person who is holding things very much at bay. Now the Chariot shows a moving on. So it looks as though, okay, it's been like this and you feel as though you're shut out, but then you get some niceness again. So then it starts to look as though it's going somewhere again. It really is, it's heading in a positive direction. The Chariot is a nice card, and some successes are surely going to be there because this card has showed up. But then we come to the next one, which is the Moon. Now the moon is a deceitful card, and you don't know what's happening. You can't trust as well. So it's rely a lot on your own intuition with this card. Try and see the situation as it is, or when things become obvious, don't ignore them, because there is always some kind of deceit going on when that moon card comes out. Then we've got the Tower card, which is this this liaison, this romance. It looks as though it's about to come crashing down. And what I feel like you're doing is you're rebuilding. So it looks as though if you're going to stick around with this person, it looks as though there could be more disappointments to come. And it goes well for a bit, and then all of a sudden they're doing something else. Sometimes it's better to just get out of it. And then we've got a period of rebuilding with this Tower card. Now, the experiences I've had with that Tower card, what I've always seen with it, is it's a tricky card emotionally, and the moon again is another card, talks about your emotions. So I don't think it's going to be easy. Okay, so the Tower, not an easy card. The moon, quite a deceitful card. And then we've got some happiness with the Chariot. So it's almost as though it's one way or the other. So you're getting like a real high and a real low. But I don't see this relationship lasting, because this one is telling me that it's a phase in your life what's about to end. It's had its cycle, and it's had its day. It's that's it. But I do think that you will. The Jack of Hearts is there, and that is when you are feeling drawn towards someone romantically. So it's not going to be easy for you to do that. But I think it's probably one of those relationships where you learn a few lessons from. Maybe quite a karmic relationship, but definitely a strong one though, because four of the cards were major. But unfortunately, I don't see it leading to anything.